going up against the Eagles. With that, let's get out to Lincoln Financial Field. Here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Philadelphia Eagles. On the return, it's Kenyon Barner. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On the ground, the first carry for Ryan Matthews. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now Wentz throwing on second down. He targets Jordan Matthews, and it's caught. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Now Ryan Matthews on third down. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And bringing it in, this is Selleck over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 16 on the pickup, and that leads to a Philadelphia first. Left. It's Ryan Matthews. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And a peek at the offense. And Matthews, a guy that we have to talk about.
And Jordan Matthews, Brandon, is an anomaly. Normally, a long receiver plays outside. He likes to work out of the slot. Does a terrific job absorbing punishment and catching the football.
Wentz to throw on second down. This one complete left side to Green Beckham. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Partner, nothing complicated here. This is just a pretty simple drag route.
You're exactly right, Brandon. Instead of throwing it downfield, they just throw it underneath and let the receiver do the work.
Shift together here from the D-line. On first down, Wentz. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Matthews, 36 yards. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that that was part of their script, because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. after the touchdown. It's Sturgis to send it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Time for the offensive starters now for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and a guy to watch out wide, Sammy Coates.
A slow start in his rookie season, only caught 1 pass in 2015. They're expecting much bigger things from him, trying to help out that offense. If he can get open, you know his quarterback will find him.
Brown finishing 2016 with over 1,200 yards, 106 receptions. Now for him, you know, people were expecting maybe some bigger numbers, Charles. What did you make of Antonio Brown's season?
Well, what I made of it is that he started to get more help along the way. Jesse James developed at tight end. Once Le'Veon Bell got into the lineup, he started to catch passes out of the backfield and ate up a few numbers as well. So Big Ben had more targets to throw it to. That should help Antonio Brown going forward in 2017 because he'll still be the primary guy. But when you get help, boy, you can make bigger plays downfield.
Defensive side of the ball for the Eagles. Here they are, the starting 11. And you were telling me before the game, taking this from your knowledge bank, that if they need to improve anywhere in 2017, maybe in the secondary. Is that right?
I think you're right on that one because I think they're very happy with Malcolm Jenkins and Rodney McLeod down the middle as the safeties, but they'd love to make an upgrade at the corner position because if you're playing in the NFC East, there's some guys who can go out and get the football. And then I think up front, they're looking for a bigger year from Fletcher Cox. He's their bell cow on defense, a defensive tackle, defensive end. They need to have that all-pro season from him again in 2017.
In 12 regular season games this last year for Bell, averaging over 150 yards from scrimmage. First 2 games in the playoffs were great, but, you know, getting injured in the final game probably leaves a bad taste in his mouth.
Leaves a bad taste. Gives him fuel for the next season, though, because remember, for the last few years, he hasn't been able to play a full season for various reasons. Now, going into next year, imagine those numbers over a 16-game season and heading into the playoffs. Le'Veon Bell can set new records.
Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. Roethlisberger will stay out there, and they're going to go for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th down with Roethlisberger. He's going to look deep down the field. And it's caught. It's Brown. Touchdown Steelers. Antonio Brown, 50 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And he's able to put it through. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
I know throughout his pro career, Ryan Matthews has been injury-riddled, but the best part of his game to me is his ability to break tackles and run with power and physicality.
And a prime example of that right there on that play. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Play fake to Matthews. Now it's Wentz. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Matthews with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now out come the Steelers. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
There's no doubt about it. That's just one of the best connections in the league. Big Ben throwing it to Antonio Brown. And Antonio Brown has turned himself into such a player. A low-round draft pick, but you can't beat his determination or work ethic. And Big Ben welcomes that.
And Big Ben won a Super Bowl at 23, youngest ever to do so, has never looked back. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. Over the middle, here to Coates. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Brandon Graham in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. Wheaton with a catch right side. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
Marcus Wheaton was the one he was looking for, and that brings up 4th down.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win, and the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll make it second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
One receiver left, 2 to the right. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Let's go. On second down, here's Wentz. Screen pass to Sproles. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Little lull in the action here to go over an offseason storyline. It's kind of interesting. L.A. a couple years ago, they have no teams, and now they're going to have 2 with the move from San Diego to L.A. What does that mean for the league and for the Chargers?
It seems like an easier transition, doesn't it, than St. Louis when they moved back to Los Angeles.
Less
to become
culture
the Rams.
shock.
Less culture shock, less, obviously geography, the whole deal. But it's a transition that still is not going to be easy. Remember, they're going to go play in a soccer stadium, essentially, for at least the first couple of years before they share a stadium with the Rams. So that changes things. Obviously, trying to create an identity in the market they haven't been in a long time. They began as the Los Angeles Chargers, but only played 1 season as such. The Steelers insert their nickel defense on third down.
Yeah, they add a DB. Now Wentz on third down. And he connects with Ertz. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Wentz now on first down. Left side caught by Matthews. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. And they're going to speed things up here. Now Wentz again. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And it's 3rd and 4.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Goes underneath for Sproles. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Throwing on first is Wentz. Looking for Green. Beckham, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They go, and he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Brown, the lone receiver, left. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
They decided to air it out a little bit on that play. Took a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice. Able to get a hand in and tip it away.
Now Roethlisberger. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Jeez, I don't even want to let their guys get a drink of water. All right, 3rd quarter, let's get to it. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. And now they're in the hurry-up.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough
Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race. It's a big run that time by Bell. 54 yards on the ground. And for those worried about whether or not Le'Veon's explosiveness would return, I think we just had our answer.
ACL? What ACL? This guy.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Ben Roethlisberger, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers are an extra point away from taking the lead. And that one puts them on top here in the 3rd. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. It's Ross Cockrell that time that made the tackle.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt. Give them a lot of credit. They ended up running the ball on a key third down situation. They were staring 3 and out in the face and found a way to flip the script and keep the ball moving on offense.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. On 2nd down, it's Bell. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming.
Let's give plenty of credit to the defense there. They stuffed them on 2nd and short. But if you're the offense, why would you change what you're doing? You've got a whole nother down to pick it up, and maybe even a 4th if you so choose.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the 1st down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well. Because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam to the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, "Hello, my name is Mike."
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Man open left side is Brown. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down. They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up 1st down after 1st down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he?
And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now the Eagles offense back out onto the field. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They begin the drive with Ryan Matthews. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he cuts left, and he's got an alley. Ryan Matthews. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Ryan Matthews, 95 yards. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And a pretty simple completion there underneath, but a successful one for the offense.
Partner, doesn't have to be the big shots downfield all the time. Having that safety net underneath is a great thing for a quarterback. Well, that plays a statistic. that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the fourth quarter, and they got a big one.
Yeah, it's such a close game, a very big one.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Here we go. It's Roethlisberger on fourth down. He's going to loft one, and that's caught inside the 35. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. What a decision to go for it on fourth from their own territory, and it pays off. 56 yards. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Here's Roethlisberger, flushed out right, and it's caught over the middle by the tight end Green. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And the Steelers are in for the touchdown.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. See if they stay on the ground for second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's third down and inches.
Detroit! Detroit! Hey, check 24. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Set. Beat.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on third and inches. So it'll be first down here after the run.
All right, here we go.
On first down, Wentz. Green Beckham has it over the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Tie game here. Time starting to run down. The defense really needs to try and keep this game tied. See if they can get the ball back for the offense. They go play action for Matthews. Now Wentz. And Salek here, left side. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And he will be stopped here for no gain, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So second and 10 here.
Hey. 4 down, 4 down. Hurry up, here we go. Back down, Philly, here we go.
To throw is Wentz. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Jordan Matthews, the one he was looking for. And that takes us from second to third down.
4 down, 4 down.
Wentz to throw. Flush to his right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat.
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They'll give him 8 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So on now for the field goal try, Chris Boswell. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And that's off the right upright. Thought it might sneak in, but it did not. It's no good. And that changes everything here in OT. Nothing between these 2 teams for 4 quarters. Here we go to begin overtime. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. They come out here in the eye. On second down, Ryan Matthews. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
12 yards to go on 3rd down.
Here we go. Green, 39. Gun.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Aguilar has it. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Screen pass to Sproles. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
But he was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down.
Detroit now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. So they pick up the 1st down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
As a general rule, when you take a deep shot downfield, it's usually a timing pattern. Quarterback in the pocket and looking to hit his receiver downfield. But when he has to move outside of it, timing often gets thrown off. And on that play, that caused the incompletion.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz forced out to his left. Room here to run. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And a costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
It doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, it almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now.
And that was a nice play by the defense. And it is tough to be an offensive lineman nowadays, especially if you're dealing with how the defensive tackles have evolved. Their quickness, their agility, their speed has changed the big guys in the middle, the center, and the offensive guards. Formerly, they were just power players. Now they have to be light on their feet as well to keep up with the speed of the defensive players.
17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
He was trying to find Ladarius Green there as tight end, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Brown, the lone receiver, left. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
He's going to let it go again. And this is incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. Neither team scored yet. Now we go to sudden death. Next points win this game.
How about the tension right now? It is ratcheted up, isn't it? I mean, now whatever happens, points are scored, that's your ball game. Can't wait to see the defense now. Do they get a little more aggressive in order to not let the team just drive the ball easily down the field.
Got to be careful, though, right?
Yeah, if you're too aggressive, you just give up something easy and cheap. But some defensive coordinators, they'd rather take a stand that way as opposed to being nickel and dime down the field.
Now Wentz. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Third down now following the completed pass. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. And it's caught by Saleh. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that will be their 3rd and final in this overtime session, and the Steelers signal for another timeout. So as they head to the sidelines, we'll head to this break on EA Sports. And this is going to miss wide to the left for Sturgis. It's no good, and we will play on here in overtime. They come out here in the eye. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Benny Logan in there on the tackle.
Pardon me, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
And it's caught over the middle by the tight end, Green. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Okay, so interesting here. A field goal would win this thing, but the kicking team on the sideline, and they're going for it on 4th down. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Now a first down carry by Bell. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, able to shed some tacklers, but it's all for naught.
Yeah, that doesn't even seem fair, does it? Because this guy was breaking tackles, trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what he did. A really good effort by him, but give credit to the defense of giving up no gain.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
They run with the fullback mix. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
And sometimes it doesn't matter how big and strong and powerful you are. The defense is going to win an occasional battle, and they did on that one. Stopped him well short of picking up a first down.
4th down. Here's Roethlisberger. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Eagles defense able to hold. And out now come the Eagles. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. It didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of the team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to a stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. So what will they do? On the ground, through the air? Let's see. 2nd and 9.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Now Wentz on third down. And he connects with Ertz. The 13 yards that time in the first.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. I had a coach tell me a long time ago that running a screen pass is similar to acting 101 for your offense because you got to show something different and create extra space for linemen to chase the quarterback in order to create extra room for the receiver to catch the football and maneuver upfield. In this case, though, give a lot of credit to the defense. They communicated well. You could hear them talking to each other on the field, and they reacted and knocked it away.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. And this is going to be incomplete. So this game will come down to the... And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final stoppage here in overtime, and we'll be back. And he